Okay, so we're gonna get started in 2 or 3 minutes.
Going through motions, felt so fake. Not myself, not my best. Felt like I failed the test. But every tear has been a lesson. Rejection can be God's protection. Long, hard road to get that redemption, but no shortcuts to a blessing. Yeah, I'm grateful. Scratch that, baby, I'm grateful. Gotta say it's really been a while, but now I got back that smile. I'm so thankful. Scratch that, baby, I'm grateful. Now you see me shine from a mile. Finally got back that smile. I'm 2.0. Remodeled, used to be dull, now I sparkle. Had a piece of humble pie, the eagle trick saved my life. Now I got a smile like Lionel Richie, big and bright, need shades just to see me. Trying to stay alive just like I'm the Bee Gees, a Mona Lisa masterpiece. Yeah, I'm grateful. Scratch that, baby, I'm grateful. Gotta say it's really been a while, but now I got back that smile. I'm so thankful. Scratch that, baby, I'm grateful. Now you see me shine from a mile. Finally got back that smile. Yeah, I'm grateful. Scratch that, baby, I'm grateful. Gotta say it's really been a while, but now I got back that smile. I'm so thankful. Scratch that, baby, I'm grateful. Now you see me shine from a mile. Finally got back that smile. I'm so thankful. 'Cause I finally I'm so grateful. 'Cause I finally
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coach's Highlight. So before we get started, I just want to get to know a little bit of you guys. How many of you here joined in immediately after the workout session? Raise up your hand. Or you can type in the comment section. Then how many of you just tuned in for the Coach's Highlight? Raise up your hand. Or you can type it in. Okay. So actually what we do is we are having this Coach's Highlight section because, you know, sometimes you've seen coaches teaching you guys workout, but behind every coaches, we have something to share, right? Understanding the journey, like we all actually started off the same way as you guys. So for me, I actually prepared this for some time ago, but I only shared it once. So I hope today's session will actually help you guys a little bit also. So, okay, so before we get started, I want to ask a few questions first. How many of you guys is seeing me for the very first time or hearing my story for the very first time? You can type in the comment section or you can just raise up your hand. Majority not the first time. Oh, that's good. Oh, 2% raise up the hand. Okay. You know, everyone started with a reason on the program. For me, I was actually a psychology graduate at the age of 21, and during my uni days, it's always really busy with my assignments, my exams, and I have tons of journals to read as a psychology student. And we always spend so much time in fast food restaurants. Me and my friends will be hanging out in fast food restaurants, and that's the time where, you know, we study until midnight for exams or late nights, and usually the hunger pangs comes in. And that's crazy because can you imagine we have been doing this like once or twice a week? And of course, if you're hungry, then we reach out towards the fast food, or in some cafes that we are in. So the kind of food that we reach out to is naturally all those unhealthy food for us. And that time, I after graduating as a psychology graduate, I was having my internship as a therapist for children with autism. And one thing that happened was I developed some rash on my chest that I couldn't figure out what was it. And I was trying to remove it altogether. But I have no choice until one day I had to go for a blood test. I went for the blood test to check on my rash, but what I found out was I actually have high cholesterol at the age of 21. And my liver reading was really, really high as well due to my unhealthy party lifestyle, sleeping late. And at that point, I was thinking, my father, my grandmother as well, and from both sides of my family, they all have history of heart issues and also stroke, high blood pressure. I don't want to be part of that since I'm only 21 years old. Can you imagine what will happen in the next 10 years if I don't do anything about it right now? So since then, I started changing my breakfast. I was eating instant oats, like the really instant oats. I put like a cup of it and cold soy milk, and I just mix it together and down it every single day. I have that for at least the past 3 years. You know, it's not good, it's not pleasant, but I'm just doing it for the sake of having a better lifestyle. As you know, as you heard, oats has helped in reducing cholesterol. And at that point, there was no guidance, and I was just simply doing that just to get my health back. And I think I was really healthy already. However, during my lunchtime, nobody actually taught me how to change my meals. I was still having like peanut butter and bread. I thought that was healthy because it's just a few slices. The calorie is low. I thought it was healthy. And also sometimes nasi lemak because I was working in a Malay community area. So that was the food that was accessible for me. So by having that kind of lifestyle, I noticed a few things that happens to me. My skin was really, really bad. I have really bad acne problems. I have acne problems since I was a teenager, but it became worse. Most importantly is my energy level was so bad that I fall asleep when I'm driving every single day. You know, it's my subconscious mind was the one who is driving. Can you imagine being on the road? Can you imagine the feeling after you have a flu pill, that drowsiness, that you really can't take yourself out from it? So that was what was happening for myself. Every single day when I'm driving, I fall asleep when I'm driving to the extent that I have to park at the side of the road, sometimes to slap myself, really slap myself to wake me up, and also park at the side of the road, 5 minutes nap. And there was once I remember I was waiting for a traffic light, and what the next thing I knew is I heard somebody knocking on my screen, my window. No. I actually fell asleep just at the traffic light. That was so embarrassing and also so scary as well. So I didn't know it was because of my food. So one day, actually, my best friend. Oh yeah. So at that point, also my background as I was a therapist for children with autism, and my job requires demands a lot of energy from me. That's why energy is really, really important for me. But what happened was my best friend, Coach Hui, actually invited me over to a fit club. I've actually rejected her several times because I was not driving at that point. When she invited me, it was uni time. I wasn't driving and I was living far away. But she didn't stop trying though, but she used another way of asking me. You know what? You know what way she asked me? Because I like cooking. She said, "Hey Ryan, can we cook a meal? But make sure you cook a fatty meal because I'm going to take a photo." I'm like, what photo? Usually, don't you want to eat healthily or look better when you want to take a photo? So I'm like, how come she asked me to cook fatty meals instead? Very smart, right? So that's to say, oh, I'm gonna take a body transformation challenge photo, a before photo. So I need to look more bloated. I want to see a bigger difference. So like, what is that? I want to join. So eventually, last time the body transformation challenge isn't the same as what we are having now. So I went there and joined. So as you can see, that was my first time in Fit Club. I was someone who was not interested in exercising at all. And I didn't know Coach Wei Lee was actually a coach over there. I didn't know she was doing this as a business. And she was sitting there being busy because she was so nervous because I'm her first friend that actually came to the club. So she was busy doing her stuff, like, okay. And when she do the scan for me, she saw my scan results like, oh my God, so good. What's going to happen? How am I going to help him? You look for my photo, I'm not overweight, right? Do I need to shape up to get fitter perhaps, or maybe gain weight? But at that point, I didn't have the intention of doing any of this stuff. So, after the workout session, you see my face is actually quite a snobbish. I was sitting there listening to announcement, like a lot of you guys also after Fit Club, just sit there, listen to the coach in front, right? So that was me at that time, like listening to the coach in front, okay. Looking unimpressed, but inside, like, oh my God, this shake is so good. And one of the things that strikes me at that time was Jason's story. His transformation was someone who is slightly plump to someone who is lean. I don't need six-pack. I'm not aiming for six-pack to begin with. So I'm like, just by changing the breakfast without additional exercise, he was able to look from slightly more chubby to lean. So I'm like, hey, why not I get started on that? Because I can take care of my breakfast instead of having instant oats and cold soy milk, right? So I can make make simple changes, and I don't need to exercise. The exercise would be a bonus for me to get results. So I was so I was so excited. I asked Hui Li, hey, I want to get started. This was the second time I attended. Like, hey Hui Li, I want to get started. Like Hui Li, but you bought the 5 days pass. Why you want to get started? She was so nervous at that time. So eventually I got started with 2 shakes, 1 aloe, 1 tea, 1 guarana tea, and 1 TC formula and 1 F3. That was my first set of products. And I was thinking, wow, as a fresh graduate, how am I going to afford this for the next few months? But I don't care. I just want to look good. Eat first, don't think too much first, eat first. I just want to change my breakfast to this meal. So from there itself, I got started in nutrition. My results was week after week. I go and scan, see, I very skeptical face like and see what is my results. I was very eager. Although the scan results did not show much of a difference, but I can clearly see my skin has been improving. My waistline has been like trimming down. And I see a difference in my bowel movement as well and my energy level as well. So I was hanging out there. I will show you my results later on. I was hanging out there every single time after working out. I would stay back. I would hang around, wait for Hui Li, And Yan noticed this in me. Like, okay, this guy, he has been hanging out here and he's been bringing a lot of friends around. I got my family started on the program as well. It's like, hey, Ryan, would you be interested to earn some part-time income of 500 to 2,000 ringgit without affecting what you're doing? So as I was telling you guys, I was a therapist for children with autism at that time. My income as a fresh graduate was not bad. Usually fresh graduate was earning 2,000 or 3,000. So for me, I was earning 4,000 to 5,000 as a fresh graduate. So I'm like, but I knew for a fact for the next 5 to 10 years, this is not what I want to do. And see another coach asking me if I want to become a coach, I felt a bit recognized. So I'm like, why not? The smart answer was, why not? Since it doesn't affect what I'm doing. I'm just working from day, 3 hours, evening 3 hours. That's my job. If not, I'll be back home watching YouTubes, playing games. That was my life. So I was telling Yan, why not? And she invited me to one of the events to show me that if you want to learn to become a coach, feel free, come to this event. You'll learn how to become a coach. I'm like, okay. And I just went for it. The event was simply amazing. But what made me make the decision for myself to actually pursue, to try this out was because I actually have a dream of being a clinical psychologist. That was always my dream. But it has cost a lot of money to become a clinical psychologist. You want to study get your master's overseas, you need 2 years, but it's very competitive field. If let's say you're just only having masters, I need a PhD to compete. So that will take 5 years and let's cost lots of money. But my father is an insurance agent. My mom is a property agent. They have provided me throughout my life, and I want to have the kind of lifestyle that they provided for me. So working in a 9-to-5 job wasn't something that I was actually looking forward to. So eventually, what happened was I went to the event. I see everyone so excited, and everyone was crazy. Like, wow! I'm thinking, why are they all so excited about? And the last person that went up on stage, she showed me her lifestyle. And at that point, I didn't know what was multi-level marketing. I didn't know anything. I was just really introverted guy who is really, really shy and I know for a fact I don't want to work in a 9-to-5 job. And that was my thought. I never want to do business as well. So I saw the lifestyle of the person on top. She's a president team and she shared her story. Wow. And I thought my father was earning good income, but whoa, I have never seen anyone earning that kind of income and that kind of lifestyle, not in real life, So I was like, whoa, what I got out from the event was the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Everything depends on me rather than someone determine how much I'm worth. So that was the message that I've gotten, and I find it doesn't felt like a business to me at that point, and it's just inviting my friends. It was so fun to get people started on a nutrition just like me. So I was excited with the new opportunity. I told them that I want to do this as a business as well, and that was my first body transformation challenge. And after the event itself, we all went for a dinner party together. That was Chinese New Year, and the interesting part is, why am I so familiar with products now? Sometimes a lot of coaches are asking Ryan, hey, what does this product do? Or, new products come out, right? So, Ryan, what does this do? Why? It's because of this. After the event itself, we have a party together, and that was the first Get team I've ever seen. If you guys don't know, that doesn't matter. She was the one who, try this. This one is for anti-aging. This one is for burning fat. This one is for giving you energy, blah, 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 all these things. And then to me, that time, I'm a product lover because I've seen what it has helped me already. And all these are so new to me, and I tried it for the very first time. So I was naturally a product lover, and that's why until now, I am still a product lover. If you see my tablet box, it's this big. Yeah. And I'm not someone who likes to do business because my nature, I'm actually a very introverted person. What you see now is actually 2 years of transformation myself. And the reason why I choose to teach children autism is because I just need to deal with kids. I don't need to deal with any adults. And I don't want to work in a 9-to-5 corporate job. I mean, that's just me. So if you ask me to do a business, I'm most likely not going to be doing a business. And what made me got started on top of what I see in a lifestyle is the kind of transformation I see in my friend, Coach Whaley here. She used to be someone who is more introverted than me. When we do presentation, she's really shy. But one day I actually saw her going up on stage to give a speech. And I'm like, what? Is that the same person I know? If she can do it, I can do it. Because I know her well. If she can do it, I can do it. So everything is actually, the business is just simple, fun, and then magical. You get to meet different kind of people. It's not easy, honestly. It's not going to be easy. There will be challenges, but it is a simple, you just use the product, talk to people, and that's how it is. use, wear the button, use the bottle or whatever it is, and then you just talk to people. So I just started off with my friends and family. I started inspiring. They see a difference in the face of my shape, like it becomes sharper, my skin gets better. So I started with my aunts, both my aunts, my father, my mother, a few close friends. That's how they all got started. And they were supporting me as well at that time. So this was my first transformation. At that time, you can see this was the photo that actually triggered me. Sorry, I'm a bit down with flu today. Though that was the photo that actually triggered me to get started on the program. What I see in the mirror and what I see in photo looks different. Maybe it's the angle or whatever it is. I'm like, no, I cannot look like that. You know why? Because I'm so vain. Even I go work out so I can put wax. I was putting wax. So this was my transformation. After 8 weeks, I lost a total of 4% body fat and my energy level improved tremendously. My skin improved tremendously as well. But of course, as coaches, we go through a series of transformation as well. We want to continue progress ourselves. That's when I joined the Body Transformation Challenge. And this is my Transformation 2.0. Yeah. So nowadays, our Body Transformation Challenge has been delivering better results, even during this MCO time. We are still helping people to get the results that they want at home. So, and guess what? Remember, I'm someone who doesn't like workout. I'll share with you more after that. So naturally, what I did is I get started. I say, yes, I want to do this business. I started contributing and start learning. If you know, a few of us here, we all started back then. Coach Ben, Coach Huili, and myself. We are the one who start off learning from scratch, help people to do scan, registration, and everything from a humble beginning and until now as well. So we all learn from everything. And that time, there's not many young people over there. It's only a few of us. And most importantly, I highly encourage, this is to everyone here. You know, in Herbalife platform, it's not just about weight loss. Weight loss is, or getting fit is just a tip of the iceberg. But our mission is to change people's life, which is why I highly encourage everyone to go for events. Events are not just for coaches, but maybe for you guys as well, because especially this coming event called LDW, 23rd and 24th of April. I think today is the last day to get a ticket. Get the ticket because there's lots of personal development inside. You see, someone like me and Huili, who is so introverted, can be someone more confident. Why? Because of the things that we've learned. There's lots of nutrition that you can learn from there as well. There's doctors going to be sharing as well. There's lots of life-changing stories that you can see and get inspired as well. That was what changed every single one of our coaches' life. Without events, we wouldn't see something bigger. You may just think it's just weight loss. You may just think it's just a product. But what we're doing is so much more meaningful and helping more people. So these were the young people at that time. And those who stayed back are now get teams. Those who really persisted and never stopped learning, never stopped giving up, and they are all get teams and above right now. Yeah. So never give up, never stop learning. We all travel around to start to learn more from people, to visit clubs as well. And that's how we all grow ourselves. And you can see this. I was someone who used to be very shy. I emphasize this so much because this is really me. This was really me. Can you imagine someone who doesn't like to do a business, or someone who only deals with children autism? At that point, I was able to go out on the street. I'm very proud of myself that I was able to go out on the street and talk to random people. I built up a skill set that this skill set can bring me anywhere, wherever I go. I remember once when I was traveling to Bali 2 years back, as simple as, and I have this skill, I was going through water rafting. I was traveling solo at that time. And I met two random strangers, and it was just chit chat, If I was someone before that, before this, I was going to just keep quiet and do it myself. And after water rafting, we had a good time together. We chit chat, and then we exchanged Instagram. Because of that person became my customer. I was able to inspire her. She got started on the program, and she also introduced me another friend, and she got started on the program. So ideally, what I want to do in life is to have the freedom to do the business anywhere, anytime. And that's the skill that is required. So I've seen that kind of transformation in myself to do this anywhere, anytime. And at the same time, initially it was because of the money. I see the money, but money can only take a step far. But eventually, I see a bigger mission in this platform, helping other people. What I mean by helping other people, all these people that you've seen, they are actually all deaf people. They're actually all deaf and mute. So I actually helped two person, but eventually, because I had the care that I given to them, the results that I've helped them, they really transform, and then they start referring friends more and more and more and more. And eventually two of them became a supervisor. She is still with me right now. Of course, I don't have the skills or the knowledge at that time to help these people, but I was learning sign language at that time with them. They taught me how to sign, and that's how I actually help them and communicate with them. Sometimes even when we went for event, that's why I say event is really important. I emphasize to them as well. I was listening to the event and I was typing out what was said in the event. That's how they learn. That's how we learn. So ultimately shaping up, some of them are really, really poor as well, but they still see the value of this. They still see the value of community. That's why they get started on a program. And because of that, I want to give them this opportunity as well to actually do something better with their life, to actually earn some money themselves, to help other people, to help the deaf community. This is actually part of what I actually want to do. So imagine if I am able to help them to change their story, to create a story for them. This is going to be life-changing. So as I mentioned, this was the kind of event that I attended. I was actually over here next to Wendy. I was typing on the computer and then she will translate it to these people here. The front rows, a few of them are actually deaf people. So that was how we communicate. So we just do whatever it takes. And they even attended this big event. We actually asked a translator to come along to translate for them. Sign language translator. Yeah, so that was great time. So in the end, it's like the mission is really amazing. It might start off with money, but helping other people, there's our story. We don't know how much can we inspire them. Like what I'm sharing today, I won't know who will I inspire in the audience today. But I just hope that anything of my story is able to help you guys, to help more other people to achieve a better lifestyle, to actually in many other ways that's possible. So right now, if this was also another story, I actually invited this Coach Sini. Coach Sini's best friend is actually in Sabah, and she used to be she helps people to do eyelashes. And her husband at that time doesn't really work, and she spent so many hours doing eyelashes for people day till night and not having any breakfast or any regular meals in between. That's why Coach Sini actually asked her to take the nutrition, at least a snack or so in between meals, so that she can sustain, take care of her body. But who knew, just because of that, she see a bigger picture after going for an event. And that's why she said, I want my husband to go to the event with me to see something bigger. The husband was really skeptical, actually, really skeptical. But after the event itself, the life-changing event is the thing that you see value in them. And he decided to do the business together. And because of that extravaganza, he said, I'm going to get 100 customers in the next 3 months, which he get 90 customers. And right now in Sabah itself, there's a huge organization there helping people to change life. And we just don't know what kind of event will actually help us to see a bigger picture. So in the line here, we have Jane Low also. She's also from Sabah because of him as well. That's how it all started. And then 1 year down the road or 2 years down the road, I actually, Jason and Meili had to travel to Australia. So me and Hui Li decided to start our own fit club. And that time I was still part-time. I was still working I would wake up at around 7 and then go to the club at 7:30 to serve shakes to people until like 10 o'clock. And I'll be going off to work to teach children with autism. And then at night, we'll come back for fit club. That was the kind of lifestyle. So we were doing that for a few years. But right now, we're just doing fit club. And 3 years after since I started, I slowly convert to full time. So at that time, even though I have a club, I was still doing that part-time, in this business. So eventually I slowly changed my focus from my full-time job. Slowly I reduced some clients and increased on my Herbalife side as well. That's how we help the community of people. That's how we inspire so many people, the community to get healthy. Of course, in any business also, there are going to be challenges. There's going to be challenges. It's not just in Herbalife, but in Herbalife itself, we are our own boss. We will have to face through. Winter is the time where we face all these challenges. Then we work on ourselves to improve ourselves to overcome all this. We just need to persist, and it's just temporary. So even if you're not in this business, but whatever you're going through right now, if you're going through your winter time, always remember it's just temporary. And after winter, here comes spring. It's giving you the opportunity to plant more seeds. This is when you hustle. This is when you try new things. This is when you grow. And after spring, here comes summer. This is when you take care of whatever they've been building. Take care and growing it consistently. And then after, if you have taken care of all this properly, then comes autumn, the time for harvest. This is when you harvest all the hard work that you put into your life, your business, your relationship, whatever it is. So in the end of the day, I just want to share a few quotes with you guys. You know, all this has actually helped us. A lot of coaches here, this is what we do. Our job is only constantly working on ourselves. Work harder on yourself than you work to do on your own job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Income seldom exceeds personal development. So the more personal development that you have, the higher your income, the higher your value in the marketplace. That is why go for the event. LDW is only 2 days and it's online and it's free on the 23rd and 24th of April this month. Trust me, the worst come to worst, you waste. It's definitely not going to be wasted, right? But you're going to get values on nutrition, personal growth. It's just 2-3 hours in a day to help you to have the possibility to change your life. Just by 2 days, you're able to change your life. That's what happened to all the coaches here. And if you're thinking, I'm not ready or I'm scared, but for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. For things to improve, you have to improve. When you grow, everything in your life grows with you. This is Jim Rohn. He's also a philosopher. If you know Anthony Robbins, he is Anthony Robbins' guru, and he was a speaker. He was together with Herbalife in giving leadership and personal development. And the reason why I'm doing this also, why I'm working hard, previously was because of money, and my parents doesn't need my help financially. But in recent years, as we grow older, I realized that they are also growing older. Although they don't need my support financially, but I really want to give back to them because they have supported me throughout my hard times. And I want to give back to them. Otherwise, few more years, perhaps they're gonna. I want to bring them to travel, but later, what happens if they can't travel anymore? If they, they grow older, they feel weaker and so on. So I really want to give back to them. This is my reason. And also to help the community, like the deaf community. And out of all this journey, this 7 years of journey has been wonderful. I'm right now, someone who used to be unhealthy. Now I'm inspired to create new healthy food and inspire more people to do the same. Weight loss isn't just boring. I'm able to lead a group of workout. The confidence that's built in me, I was able to be on stage to greet tons of people for workout session. Never have I thought myself doing this. And living a healthy, active lifestyle, someone who doesn't like workout now is into yoga, into calisthenics, and the freedom of time. Freedom of time doesn't mean that I don't need to do anything, but I get to decide what I do in a day. And that time, 2 years ago, we had a great time in Bali. We just say, hey, let's go to Bali, get able to join friends with our friends together to go Bali, have a great time for a few days. And we don't need to worry anything about that. We don't need to take any leave. It's simply amazing. And that's all my sharing for today. I hope my story can inspire you in some way. I'm sorry that it's a distraction to you, but it's not feeling too good today. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I hope my story inspire you guys, and I'll see you guys in LDW. Make sure communicate with your coach. Ask what is LDW. LDW. Tomorrow, no, not today. Make sure you ask your coach how to register for it. It's going to be free. It's on 23rd and 24th of April, right? And another event, if you are up for it, you're someone who likes to learn, go for extravaganza as well. Extravaganza. That will be in July. So trust me, go for events, learn something, make 2021 something different for you. I'll continue upgrading yourself. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good, wonderful day today. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Tells me to stop feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush. Cause I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop, but my heart goes. Cause my heart goes.